Hello and welcome. This is BQ Prime, and we are taking stock of futures and options market in India. And this is the FNO show. Of course, we'll talk about indices and where they're headed, and not only in today's day of trade, but also over the next few days. But we're also going to take a look at some of the stock futures and the stock derivatives market in general as to see what's budging. But let's start by taking a look at what's happening in the benchmarks. Overall, we're seeing further weakness. In fact, the Nifty has moved well away from that 20,000 mark. A significant amount of writing now coming through as far as your 19,900 as well as in 19,800 calls are concerned. This is, of course, today's expiry, but we're looking at the same as far as the next week's expiry goes as well. Remember, the next week is the monthly expiry. And besides that, we are seeing more weakness coming through as far as some of the other counters, or rather some of these other indices go as well. When it comes to, the levels, at least in today's day of trade, it seems like considering there's so much writing around the 19,800 call, there is a higher likelihood that we may well close below that. We'll take an expert opinion on that one as well. But as far as next week's Bank Nifty is concerned, once again, very quickly, not seeing too much change as far as the Bank Nifty futures go. But currently, we're looking at an upper end of 45,500 call. That's where we're looking at a significant amount of addition in open interest. That's as far as the markets are concerned. Let's bring in a voice who can perhaps further elucidate where the markets are headed. We have Ajit Mishra. He is SVP at Religare, who's joining us to decode the markets and derivatives specifically. Ajit, good morning, and thank you so much for joining in. Let's start with your view on the Nifty. If you could give us your view today, as well as perhaps a positional view here.
Yeah, good morning, Agam. So, as you rightly shared with the viewers that today being the derivative expiry, we are seeing a narrow range, 19,700 to 19,800, that Nifty might continue to hover in and close somewhere in between. But positionally, if you see that, it took us nearly 2 months of corrective tone from July to, mid-September, and then we saw a recovery which helped the index to make a new high, a new milestone about 20,000 mark. 19,200 was basically the low that we have formed during the corrective phase, and it was almost 1,000-point kind of a rally that we saw in the index post that. So after this fall that we've seen in the last 2-3 trading sessions, we have almost retraced 50% of that move from 19,200 to 20,200 mark. So we expect with the existence of short-term moving averages around 19,700, 750 level, there could be some respite, in today's session or maybe in a day or two. So as intraday traders, since the risk to reward is favorable for long trades, one can attempt a fresh long with 19,700 as a stop. And positionally, one can wait for 19,920 to 19,950 levels also. Positionally. Intraday, as we have strong writing at 17,800 mark, it would be a tough, condition to cross and sustain above that mark.
Right. Fair enough. So that's as far as today's day of trade is concerned. And of course, Ajit's also given us a positional view on the Nifty. But Ajit, how do you address the Bank Nifty now? That really didn't hit a new life high. Before we started seeing a correction in the Nifty, and now, of course, the Bank Nifty is also moving in tandem. What's your view here?
So banking was anyways underperforming because we couldn't form a decisive high. We just retested the July highs, and then we, again seeing this profit taking extending. The challenging part is that we are seeing mixed trend within the private banking majors. So Axis, ICICI, they were holding strong. They in fact could manage to make a new highs as well. While Kotak, HDFC Bank, they are still struggling. So we feel that until there will be alignment in the private banking space, there will not be any meaningful move. But having said that, since we have seen this decent dip, this index is also trading closer to the short-term averages. There is a possibility that we may see some breather in the banking index also after this dip. So around 40,000 mark, one can attempt with a very small stop of 44,890. For a rebound towards 45, 400, 45, 500, which is the strong resistance area. maybe intraday or in a day or two.
Okay. Let's start talking about stock futures too. Now, what I'm seeing, at least in today's market, is HCL Technologies, ICICI Bank, TCS, all under a tad bit of pressure, and we are seeing a little bit of position building up as far as these stock futures go. And on the gaining end, it is Bandhan Bank which is actually standing out along with REC Limited and Adani Ports. But all in all, it's been a relatively quiet market. But that's as far as your stocks futures go. Ajit, I'll come to you. If you could take us through three calls that you have, which are in the derivatives markets, can you take us through those as well?
Yes, Agam. So, see, markets, we are seeing mixed trend today. In fact, yesterday it was the index majors like SDFC Reliance, which was weighing on the sentiment. Today it's IT pack, wherein we are seeing profit taking alongside with some of the counters from the other sectors as well. But still, we could find certain pockets which are holding well. They are showing resilience. So, despite being the banking under pressure, the PSU bank is holding strong. The one of the top performing name within the PSU basket as of now is Canara Bank, wherein we have seen fresh breakout. So we expect this positive tone to continue in the PSU segment. And 365 is what we are eyeing as a stop loss, and 394 should be a target area for Canara Bank in case if you initiate fresh long around the current levels. Another stock from the FMCG basket, again, this segment, if you see, is still witnessing mixed trend, wherein HUL, ITC, HUL specifically is witnessing a negative tone. ITC is witnessing consolidation. But Kolpal, it's still holding around the record highs, form a decent consolidation, and we expect this consolidation to end with an uptick towards 2080 to 2100 mark in the near future. So with stop at 1980, one can go long in Kolpal also. And lastly on the list, we have VEDL on the short side. We have recommended this to our clients also as a disclosure. Metal, though, as a sector is still maintaining the positive bias, but this stock post the false breakout of this previous swing high is witnessing tremendous pressure. And after this recent consolidation last 2-3 weeks, we have seen a fresh breakdown. So we are eyeing 220 mark in the near future on the downside, and with stop at 235, one can go short in the VADL as well.
Right. Those are two long and one short. Positions that Ajit has mentioned, and something that our viewers can consider. For now, of course, the Nifty in today's day of trade has made a low of somewhere around 19,740 odd, and it has been consolidating at least in the last half an hour or so. Well, it's a wait and watch of whether or not we actually do see a break towards 19,700 or no. But for now, we're actually starting to see a little bit of build up around the 19,750 put as well. So it is still going to be a wait and watch, and you never know where things pan out considering it's a weekly options expiry. But Ajit, we will leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining in and taking us through your views on the markets. And as for the viewers, where there is lots more lined up, signing out for now, but stay tuned to BQ Prime.